Right, so what news are they talking about? Let's see. Well, first of all, the market tested really low of 98,000. All right, YouTube's live. YouTube's live. Great. Let's see, guys. We are going to do live every day. Today will be maybe the shortest live stream I do on YouTube, and that's because hey, everything was shut down and there wasn't reason to go live. Um, Let me also switch my account over here and try to live stream my TikTok using my other account. So, as you know, majority of the platforms were out today. Majority of the platforms were out and everything's just coming back. Obviously, YouTube was not affected. Meta was briefly, or even I think they were not affected, but a lot of people are saying Meta is also briefly affected by the outage. Um, I do not see anything that completely clarifies the reason why we went down, but X was down. Let's see, Cloudflare. Looks like the reason is Cloudflare is this outage in Cloudflare. Let's see what Grok says about it. Okay, Cloudflare outage started about 11:20 a.m. UTC. I don't know what that is on Tuesday to an unusual traffic spike causing 500 errors that distributed access to services like X, ChatGPT, Spotify, Facebook, Telegram, and so on. Based on the company investigations, the internal services degradation, whatever that is, to report the partial recovery of around 1:35 p.m. Restoring security tools like access to and RAB with intermittent issues lingering and deepening. Monitors confirmed to no cyber attacks involved while Cloudflare stock fell about 5%. And so far, the services was slowly getting restored. X is obviously back, but we're not sure because a couple times it came back live and it went out at the same time. At this point, it's a traffic overload. Elon Musk described it as a heavy attack. Only a organized group or a government can do so far. But honestly, I don't think anybody have any idea what caused it. All right, so that is the current situation in on the internet. It's also affecting globally. So majority of the platforms are out. All the internet stuff, all the places, websites I wanted to visit this morning before I live stream were down. Hence the delay live stream on my YouTube. Thank you so much, Senator Nasenolalo. Hence the delay on. Let me refresh. My normal live stream, which is going to be a short live stream today on YouTube and on TikTok. I did a live stream on my other TikTok as well, so that was a good thing. I think we did 2 hours on the other live stream. Thank you, Senator. And go ahead and visit my YouTube. We're currently trying to push the YouTube subscribers. I do have enough subscribers. We're just looking for enough watch hours at this point to reach the 4,000 watch hours. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's see. I think that should be enough to read. Any other articles? Any other articles to read? Let's see. Let's start from the top. Okay, so none of these are discussing because I don't know how long ago these were these articles posted, but services are being restored as we speak. So unless it goes out as I'm reading, we should have the latest that were posted. Asset manager giant Fidelity debuts its Solana exchange trading fund. Fidelity is one of the largest, biggest asset manager and world's biggest asset manager, and has joined others to launch a Solana exchange traded fund, which includes a staking features. Yesterday, we read a couple articles about the staking and how staking is very important in the industry. And a lot of ETFs are basically betting on not necessarily the price of Solana or Ethereum going up, but the price of staking. So they're thinking if they buy millions of dollars or even billions into these cryptocurrencies and they stake it, they can earn just by staking it without even worrying about any other price appreciation. Fidelity debuts Fidelity Sol Fund with the ticker symbol FSOL on Tuesday, and yesterday, which was the other one, VSOL, which was VENEC, was also launched yesterday. So this is the second one that's going to be launched. A spokesperson say this comes after the asset manager filed a Form 8/A on Monday with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, essentially preparing it for a fund to launch. In addition of staking in our Solana fund is monumental win for the industry and investors, as it's critical. It is a critical of the ecosystem, part of the ecosystem, I should say, to help secure the network and yield generating opportunity for the investors and necessary. And I said, like, these companies will buy a large amount of these assets because they also want to secure it. They don't want to see Terra Luna. When the institutions invest in a cryptocurrency, you will never expect something like Terra Luna happening. Obviously, it can happen, but it will minimize the another Terra Luna happening, because first of all they will buy large amounts and they will stake it, which will balance any attacks on the chain itself. Additional of staking in our Solana fund, the monumental win. Okay, we read that part. Fidelity is now the third firm to debut its all ETF, and it's the first firm's first includes the staking features. Bitwise first launched in its all Sol ETF in October, with Grayscale following close behind, and we did not mentioning. VanEck also launched it yesterday, so that makes it 4 of them already benefiting from that staking. All right, so while we go to the next article, let me refresh this page and see if any new articles comes through. And this is the one I was looking for: Cloudflare global outreach, and that hit multiple websites. So this must be the latest one. Cloudflare suffers a global network outage on Tuesday that has impacted the front ends of multiple crypto platforms, including exchanges. Blockchain explores DeFi protocols and analytics services. Cloudflare provides global network infrastructure to power security, traffic routes, and in edge computing services, including used by millions of websites and applications. Coinbase, Kraken, among the crypto exchanges impacted by the issue, with Blockchain Explorer, Etherscan, lending platforms, Aave, and data provider DeFi Llama, all experiencing intimate Cloudflare 500 internal server error pages. The issue is also impacting major Web2 sites, including Elon Musk's X. Cloudflare's first acknowledgement is issued on its status page at around 11:48 a.m., describing it as an internal service degradation, affecting parts of the global network. The company later said the issue has been identified and that a fix is being implemented. The outage comes in scheduled maintenance at several Cloudflare data centers, although the firm has not confirmed whether the two events are connected and has yet to provide further details on the root causes. So basically, that's what happened to many websites, unfortunately. But a lot of many of the websites are back currently, hence the reason why we're reading these articles, because none of these articles were available a few minutes ago, actually 30 minutes ago. So Fidelity, we read that, and I gotta go back to that article again. Oh, last night, let's take a look at the bit. Before we do that, let's read this. Oh, we read this. Never mind. All right. So a lot of governments are working on setting a crypto clarity acts or legalizing how they're going to tax on the crypto assets. Yesterday, we took a look at how South Korea, no, was it Japan or South Korea? One of those implemented a tax ruling that would, or going to pass a tax ruling that would change the tax from crypto tax from 55% to 20%, which will help a lot of crypto investors in the country. Now, Brazil may be the second country that does that before United States starts to do anything. Brazil is reportedly considering imposing a tax on its use of cryptocurrency for international payments, as it aligns its rules with the global standing for sharing tax data. And we talked about how the United States is also trying to join those groups to benefit from, or to go after the United States citizens who are holding their cryptocurrencies overseas. We shall see how that goes. Brazil is reportedly weighing on a tax on the use of cryptocurrencies for international payments as it moves to adopt a global crypto tax reporting data exchange framework. A Tuesday's report, Reuters, or whatever that website is, citing the officials with direct knowledge of the decision, claims that the Brazilian government aims to tax cryptocurrency use of international payments. During their confidential talks, a representative of the country's finance minister reported expressed interest in expanding to impostor, so whatever that is, IOF tax to include some digital asset-based across-border transactions. Brazil's Federal Revenue Services also announced yesterday that it is reporting rules on crypto asset transactions will be aligned with the Global Crypto Asset Reporting Framework, or CARF, which is the one we talked about. Remember, the United States trying to join that, be part of that, which they will go after a lot of United States citizens globally. We're talking about globally. If you're holding crypto in Dubai, or they will go after you. That's basically what they're saying. So now other countries are implementing it. All the United States have to do is just pass the ruling and follow what they're doing, basically. This is going to be very easy for them. But now Brazil is ahead of it. This will provide tax department with access to citizens' foreign crypto accounts data through the Organizations for Economic Cooperations and Development global reporting and data sharing standards. The move came as no surprise, with Brazil having signed a statement in favor of CARF in late 2023. So they haven't started yet. They started like 2 years ago. The move, the move follows Monday's report that the White House, remember, we talked about this yesterday, reports, why are you opening that? Reports that the White House is reviewing the Internal Revenue Service proposal to join the CARF, and similar move by the Council of the European Union, the collective body of the EU 27 finance ministers. In late September, the United Arab Emirates also signed an agreement to join the data sharing program. Brazil moves in to close the crypto loopholes. This is what they call the loopholes, because anybody can open an crypto account overseas and hold their cryptos there, technically evading crypto tax in their country. And this rulings is like, hey, the IRS can come after you, the Brazilian Revenue Service can come after you. That's you know they're gonna share data. Basically, there's no escape. The IOF is a federal tax exchange in financial transactions, mainly foreign exchanges, credits, and insurance and security operations. The two sources cited by Reuters said that the move is aimed to close loopholes while also boosting public revenue. The current exclusion of digital assets from the IOF is reviewed as a loophole, and as those assets, especially the stablecoins, can be used as a de facto foreign exchange or payment rails while skipping the tax imposed on traditional means to do so. Officials say the ruling aim to ensure that the use of stablecoin does not create a regulatory arbitrage vis-a-vis to traditional foreign exchange markets. So basically trying to create fairness across all payments. Brazil slams down the crypto loopholes. We read that, didn't we? Let's see. My computer is going crazy. The move is in line with the Brazilian Central Bank's introduction this month of a new ruling treating some stablecoins and crypto wallets operation as a foreign exchange operations. The new ruling extend existing rules on consumer protection, transparency, and anti-money laundering to crypto brokers. Anti-money laundering to crypto brokers, custodians, and intermediaries. In April, the Brazilian judge were authorized to seize cryptocurrency assets from debtors, closing closing another loophole. Although they like, if you owe money and you just hold cryptocurrency, it wasn't possible to go after. But now, hey, the government knows everything, so good luck trying to keep your money from the boss. Although they are not legal tenders, crypto assets can be used as a form of payment, as store of value, and a translated version of a Supreme Court Justice memo read the same. So basically, they want to go and get rid of all those loopholes and make sure you pay your tax regardless of where you hold your money. All right, what is new in here? Here's what's happening in crypto today. Oh no, don't tell me it's broken again. Okay, Solana Floor. I don't even know. I should check on that website because it's not a news website. So the hype continues to go. People saying it's the last time you can buy it. What? Buy what? The thing is literally in a going down really heavily. Okay. Interesting. November 17th. This was yesterday. We probably read that together. We're looking for something new, not yesterday's stuff. Let's see if everything's back. Do you have any other news for me, sir and ma'ams? Let's read this article. And this is a new one. And also this one we read it, so no worries. The other one is, I don't like that one. Okay, CoinDesk 20 performance update Solana ETF raised about almost 6% lending index, leading in index higher. No idea what they mean. This is not an article though. It's just a bunch of charts. Let's see. Okay, so well, now you can make money by lending your Bitcoin. That's what they're trying to tell us, which is risky. You could lose your Bitcoin if you do that. Tether has made a strategic investment in Lend, one of the most foremost providers of Bitcoin-backed consumer loans, in a move aimed to expand across the credit secured by a digital asset. The firm said in an email announced on Tuesday that the size of the investment has not been disclosed. Tether declined to provide further details when the contract. The investment form of the Tether's push to support real-world financial assets, build a digital asset rails, build Bitcoin-backed lending allows users to access liquidity without selling the Bitcoin to unlock short-term capitals. Lend was the survival of the rout of the crypto-backed lending sector in 2022, which saw the likes of BlockFi, Voyager, Celsius, and Genesis collapses. So basically, that company survived from those many collapses. The Cayman Islands registered company has streamlined its services to forming a Bitcoin only model. To simplify its offering and shaping its focus. Ledn, which is LEDN, which has originated over $2.8 billion in Bitcoin-backed loans since the launch, is on track for its strongest year yet. Another more than $1 billion in loans have been issued in 2025, including 392 million in Q3 of this year, nearly matching the firm's entire 2024 volume. Whoa. That's huge growth. Good for them. Good for them. Yeah, so basically, a lot of fear in the market still. Obviously, you can tell with the crypto dip now adding to what we're seeing, all the websites going down. Who knows who's behind it or what they're hiding? So as far as I'm concerned, we don't know. Idle wallets linked to the failed Libra meme token have started buying the dip in Sol. The fund moved after the months of inactivity. Two wallets linked to the Libra failed meme coin token have started buying Sol. The wallet supplies $61 million in USD to buy Sol, just as the asset started recovering from the deep below 130s. Some of the funds came from two wallets making their first move after months of no activity. One of the wallets now holds 328,000 Solanas, while the other one accumulated about 127,000 Solanas. The wallets accumulated sold an average price of $135. Liberty Wallet withdraw liquidity, some of the USDC to purchase the Sol. Most Sol came from wallets labeled as Liberty One. The wallet withdraw USD liquidity from Solana DEX protocol and moved the USDC to buy wrapped Solana. And so, the wallet is one of the most closely watched in connection with the Libra token dump and crash. The wallet has all been moving significant part of the funds surrounding the Libra launch and was used to lock profits from the initial aggression drag boom. So then now they're converting all those money into Solana. Thieves. Let's see. What else? We don't see any other. Oh, Grace. Anytime I see Grayscale, I love reading it. But when did this came? 18? All right, let's see what you do, lady. The CEO of Grayscale, if you don't know, is the smartest girl ever. The ARK Invest, it's not CEO, she's CTO, I believe. The ARK Invest have purchased an additional 10 million in bullish shares, according to the fund's daily transaction report. The firm recently investment action have revealed Cathie Wood's interest in crypto ecosystem despite their ongoing market sell-off. The ongoing bloodbath of the digital asset industry has not. Let's just make it big. Has not deterred Cathie Wood from investing in the crypto ecosystem. Monday filing reveals that her investment fund ARK Invest has added another bullish shares to its portfolio. The additional purchase an additional the firm purchased an additional 277,000 bullish shares, about $10 million basically. ARK Invest purchases more bullish shares as crypto sell-off continues. According to the fund's daily transaction report, ARK Invest completed the purchase across 3 of its exchange-traded funds. The ARK Innovation purchased 191,000 shares. The ARK Next Generation of Internet bought about an additional 56,000 shares, and ARK Fintech Innovation ETF added another 29,000 shares of the exchange. However, Polish stocks declined by 5%, 4.5%, closing at $36.75 on Monday, and on the ongoing series of purchases by the investment firm. ARK Invest's investment, that's a weird name, ARK Invest. Investment in bullish comes at the time when the exchange is about to report its earnings for the third quarter on November 19th, which is tomorrow. The exchange report. So basically, she's betting that the report earning will be great and the stock will just go up. The exchange report 57 million in additional adjustment revenue in its earnings and report for the second quarter, representing about 10 million $10 million in decline from 67 million in adjusted revenue reported for the same period last year. The exchange also reported a net income of 108 million in the second quarter. So let's see, 68 to 100. So it grew about 40 million, a little bit under 40 million that quarter, compared to a net loss of 116 recorded in the same period last year. So last year it lost 116 million, but first quarter and second quarter of this year they made 175 million dollars. That's not bad. ARK Invest has continues to adjust its exposure to crypto ecosystem. The US-based investment firm purchased additional bull shares last week, valued at 7.28 million. The company also purchased shares of stablecoin issuer Circle, valued at 15 million, alongside additional shares of the public traded miner BitMEX Technologies, valued at 8 million. So 8 million, 15 million, 7 million, and and 10 million. She's spending a lot of money. She knows something. Everybody's scared except smart money. Everyone is buying except scared money. Okay, a swimming new initiative called Adopt African Digital Access and Public Infrastructure for Trader focuses on reshaping how commerce flows across the African continent, the blockchain technology and stablecoin at its core. The launch by the African Continental Free Trade Area AFCFTA Secretariat in partnership with the IOTA Foundation, which is really good foundation. IOTA is really good. The Tony Blair Institute, I don't like that guy. And the World Economic Forum adopt promises to deliver fast, cheaper, and more transparent cross-border trade. The announcement of this initiative simulated in debates. The announcement of this initiative simulates a debate among the individuals to address these controversies. The IOTA Foundation explained that this open source digital public network is significant in promising seamless trade as it allows a cross-border payment using stablecoins. This project will also safeguard digital trading documents and ensure that, I thought the Cardano was doing the same thing in Ethiopia, to ensure the scalability of digital identity. The organization added, Adopt a project set to promise a seamless trade in Africa. It doesn't work like that, sirs and ma'ams. There are many places in Africa you don't even have an internet yet. Dominic, whoever that name is, an Italian entrepreneur, co-founder, and chairman of the IOTA Foundation, shared an X post stating that Adopt is scheduled to be implemented in all 55 African nations by 2035. That's crazy. According to Sheener, this move aims to enhance their trade operations on the continent. Meanwhile, the reports from reliable sources indicate that the Adopt also aims to generate an additional $70 billion in yearly trade, reducing border clearance time from up to 14 days to under 3 days, and lower the charges for cross-border payments to 6% from current rates of 9%. So that's not a huge decrease. And a statement, Shaner mentioned that border and customs clearance will shift from taking several weeks to only consuming hours. That's better. Okay, the father elaborated that a cross-border payment will drop dramatically from below 3%, dramatically to below 3%, while exporters will have the opportunity to access global trade finance resources. That is really, it's not bad, but let's see if they implement, because all they want is money. They're after money. They don't care what this service is going to do the Africans for the Africans, but they're already counting how much they can earn from it, which is weird. The internet is out again, ladies and gentlemen. We went back to the same thing again. Some websites are still out. So basically, let's see. The U.S. Security and Exchange Commission has taken its most notable step yet towards normalizing digital assets within the traditional regulatory system in its annual examination priorities published on November 17th. I think we read this. The agency removed cryptocurrencies as an standalone category, and ending several years of crypto was explicitly highlighted as a high-risk sector requiring special attention. So that's better. Now they're saying, go ahead and buy. The decision makers a clear break from the SEC's previous stance and is being widely interpreted as a sign that the era of aggressive headline-driven enforcement is giving way to a more structured, rule-based approach under the Commission's new leadership. The move came from isolated to integration. Instead of threatening digital assets as a separate, treating digital assets separate threat vector, the SEC Division of Examinations will allow now others address crypto issuers under the existing categories such as the commodity, conflicts of interest, and cybersecurity. The practice is this means crypto will be mentioned the same way as other asset class. So they're normalizing, basically they're normalizing it. They're not at war with it anymore. That means the media, they will use the media to kind of legalize it and legitimize it so everybody can buy it. See, when you see the money, when you're after the money, everything is normal for you. That's what they're teaching us. All right. So Bitcoin's latest market downtrend is being met with aggressive accumulation from largest holders, with the new on-chain data showing that sharp rise in wallets holding 1,000 plus or more. 1,000 or more BTC, according to the Glassnode. The number of these so-called whales wallets jumped from 2.2% to 1,384, making the highest level in 4 months. This increase is deep pocket accumulation stands in stark contrast on the panic-driven sales seen across the retail market over the past week, while small investors offload coins into weakness. Large entities are steadily adding their positions pattern historic associated with early stage bottom formation. The chart shows, let's see the chart. Yeah, that's really high. So the last day we seen uh, buys this massive was July 14th. So from July 14th to November, basically 4 days ago, um, yeah, the wallets start jumping 4 days ago. So they started buying last week, basically under when Bitcoin fell under 100,000. That's when they started buying. Good morning. The bankrupt Japanese crypto exchange Megog transferred 1,600 Bitcoin, approximately 956 million to a new wallet last Monday. Okay, so Arkham Intelligence reported that the company transferred around 10,000 Bitcoin to unknown wallets and transferred 185 Bitcoin to its own hot wallet. So basically, I think it could be that they're doing this move to give people their Bitcoin back, which is the reason why we, like, if they deposit a lot of this Bitcoin to some different wallets, we could see the price go back. That could be the reason why we're selling. People knew this would happen. Let's see. Mm. Yeah, so basically that's all for today. We'll see another. If I see anything interesting, I'll definitely come back and live stream again. But anyways, all right. Everyone who is in on which is nobody right now on my TikTok, just go ahead and check my YouTube and watch few videos for me. That would be enough. Appreciate you. Otherwise, have a good, amazing day.